Hi kids, welcome back to Annetka Academy. Today we will learn what happens to a seed after it's planted. We also going to talk about what do plants need to grow, and then we will record our observations on the chart. Today we will listen to a book about how to grow a flower garden. I want you to think about it, ask questions, and find the answers in the book. I know the book is about flower garden. I wonder what Zinnia will do to make her flowers grow. I'll read the book and find out. Zinnia's Flower Garden by Monica Wellington. Spring has arrived. Zinnia is getting her garden ready for planting. She digs up the soil and turns it over with her shovel. She takes out stones and rakes the dirt smooth. The warm sun feels good as she works. Zinnia is working in her garden. The question is, what season is it? It is spring because it's warm, it's sunny, and she is ready to plant the seeds. Zinnia carefully plants many kinds of flower seeds in rows. She covers the seed with dirt and pats it all down very gently. She sprinkles the ground with water. What do you think will happen to the seed? Let's continue reading to find out. Zinnia waits for the seed to sprout. The seeds need the sun to shine, the rain to fall, and many days to pass. It is hard to wait so long for her seeds to grow. Every day, Zinnia checks her garden to see if anything has happened. Look, the first seedling is poking its way up through the dirt. What is Zinnia looking at? You're right, a seed has sprouted. Now Zinnia's garden is full of green sprouts, growing towards the sun. Little stems grow taller, little leaves get bigger, little roots burrow deeper into the earth. What does Zinnia see next? Plants grow stems and leaves and become adult plants. Zinnia takes care of her garden every day. When the sun is hot and the soil is dry, she waters her thirsty plants. She pulls up pesky weeds that try to crowd out her plants. She inspects them for greedy bugs. She measures how tall her strong and healthy plants are growing. Every day they get bigger and bigger. First thing in the morning, Zinnia runs out to check her garden. She is excited to see little buds growing on many of her plants. And then at last, she finds what she has been waiting for, the first flower. One bud has bloomed. How beautiful, and what a sweet smell. There are many more buds that will open soon. What does Zinnia see at last? Think about it. What does Zinnia see at last? The first flower, and it is beautiful and it has amazing smell. The garden grows and grows with blossoming flowers. Zinnia paints, reads, and picnics among them. Butterflies flutter, bees buzz. Zinnia's garden is her favorite place to be on these warm summer days. Her flowers are abundant, and Zinnia's cut some to arrange into bouquets. The fragrant scents of the flowers swirl around her in the warm breeze. One hot summer day, Zinnia has a lemonade stand and puts up a sign, "Pick your own flowers." Customers come and gather bunches of flowers and drop money in her jar. In the autumn, as it gets colder, Zinnia picks the last flowers from her garden. She finds ripe seeds that have formed. They are ready to be collected. She will save them to plant next year. Next question is, what is the last thing Zinnia does in the garden before winter? She picks up the last flowers from the garden and collects the seeds so that she can use them next year. The winter days are short, the sun is dim, and the ground is covered with snow. But Zinnia is already planning next year's garden. When spring comes, she will be ready to grow her very own flowers again. Today, we will answer 2 questions. How do things like seeds grow? And what do plants need to grow? To finish the next part of our video, you will need to download Plants Life Cycle Worksheet from the description below. If you don't have a printer, you can always just use a piece of paper and follow along. The first stage of the plant's life cycle is a seed. The plant seed cycle starts with a seed. Every seed holds a miniature plant called embryo. When a seed falls on the ground, it needs warmth and water and soil to grow, and many other seeds also need sun to grow. In the first box, go ahead and draw a seed and then color the soil brown. When a seed is ready to grow, a small root begins to grow downward and the shoot grows upward. When the shoot breaks through the soil, the plant is called a sprout. Sometimes the seed coat is still clinging to the sprout when it surfaces. So in the second box, go ahead and draw a little sprout, a root that goes down, and the first 2 leaves of a plant. This tiny plant is called a sprout. The sprout uses water and nutrients from the soil, as well as sun and air, to grow and change into a seedling. A seedling is a small plant with few leaves. In the third square, go ahead and draw a little seedling. But remember, you have roots that grow down. You also have a stem and a few leaves that started to grow. Eventually, the seedling changes into a young adult plant. At this stage, the plant is bigger and may have more leaves. After flowers are pollinated by insects, they enlarge and turn to fruits with seeds inside, or the flowers with seeds inside. The skin and flesh of the fruit protects the seeds after the fruit ripens and collected. The seeds can start the life cycle all over again. Finally, in the last square, you can draw a plant with a flower or a fruit and some seeds inside. You can draw a dandelion or a sunflower with seeds, or even a tomato. Let's think about, what do plants need to grow? As you remember from the book that we read today, Zinnia had to water her plants, had to take all the pesky weeds out. It needed some air and warmth to grow. So the first thing plants need to have to grow is a soil. Remember, in the beginning, you plant a seed in a soil. So the first thing is important for the seed to start growing is a soil. So in the first square where it says plants need, go ahead and draw soil. Next thing, you need to water the seed so it starts to grow. In the second square, go ahead and draw a drop of water, or you can draw a watering can with water. You can draw water as a river or rain. After you plant your seed and you water it, you also need warmth from the sun to grow. So in the third square, you are going to draw a sun that gives warmth to seeds and plants so that they can grow. And finally, it needs air to grow, to use the carbon dioxide from the air and make food for itself. You are going to draw some air. So remember, plants need those 4 things to grow. They need soil, they need water, sun, and air. We learned about plants' life cycle, that a seed becomes a sprout, then becomes a seedling, and then becomes an adult plant with flowers or fruit where you can find seeds, and the cycle of life begins all over again. If you like this video, go ahead, like, share, and subscribe, and come back for more videos about plants. Have a lovely day!